Hello, everyone who is concerned about their connection with their Aries, who they're separated from right now. I'm going to pull a Psychic Tarot Oracle card to look into the situation, to give us some insight into the situation, the relationship situation, or what is the circumstances that is crowning the situation of why you and your Aries are separated. So we actually got two. Movement and choices, decisions, choosing wisely. This is the root of the issue. This is the root chakra that's being represented here. So, and with the choose wisely, which is Seven of Cups energy, this is the Two of Pentacles energy. This is a clear sign that some of you who may be separated from your partner is maybe due to them weighing their options. They may consider you an option. They may be at a crossroads in their life. This may be also represent. I think actually this may be the Two of Wands. Yeah, I believe so. I believe it actually is the Two of Wands. Either way, movement, choices, decisions, and choose wisely. So they're at a point in time where they are in meditation about what the next steps should be. We have a couple of things represented here. There could be some situations involving finances, situation involving a relationship. They could be, if you know that your Aries is in a relationship or married or contemplating divorce, there still may be some ruminating that they're doing over their situation and the decisions that they have to make, okay? There could be a location, a distance between you two, where they're debating on whether or not closing a gap would be best for them, especially if it's a situation where they would be moving to you or you coming to them. They're just really, this is a situation where it's, the decision made is critical to them, and it may even be as far as for you too to understand that they're not entirely sure about which way to go with you, which way to take the relationship, okay? They're thinking practically on a root sense. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is the Wands energy. I don't use this deck too much. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely the Pentacles energy. So the Pentacles is definitely about weighing the options and choosing wisely. The two of Wands too can point to the path, but yeah, and then you have this directional sense here. So I definitely feel like for some of you, you're at least still on their mind, but there may be another option they're considering, even if it's a consideration of, do they want to remain single? So this person just may not be exactly sure right now if they want a relationship or there is an option for them in the situation. All right, so we're going to look into just the 5-card spread, and we'll pull into the energies of what's on their mind concerning you. Also picking up a little bit about where you can be, so we can look at this cohesively and see what is maybe transpiring between you and the Aries who may see you as a choice or just, you know, an option here. So then we're going to look into what they're feeling and how also you may be feeling. And then we're going to look into a future development or where things are headed. Okay, this flipped out twice. So, 8 of Wands, there's definitely some distance between you two. There's definitely some distance. And some of you, as far as like holding on in the midst of what these changes may be that are pulling you at a distance. This is also communication. So you may still be in communication with this partner, or you may be hearing from them very soon. So that's what I'm getting from that, especially that same card flipping over twice. Let's get a cohesive spread going for you guys. Okay. This just pulled out as well. It could be, and so for some, it's finances. They don't have the resources yet to close the gap or a distance, or there could be a sense of there's a need or a financial, I would say, if two things. I'm getting that for some, it's they're reliant. If they're in a relationship, they're reliant on their partner for their sense of stability. For some, it's a job that is keeping them in the place that they are and keeping the distance between you, because they are very concerned about their sense of security. And so some of you, I also get that this is a message that some of you may be communicating, but some of you, this is a situation where you're either, you're going to be feeling left out in the cold for a little bit longer, or that just may be a little bit of that situation. It's for some of you, I feel it's a circumstance where they may desire to see you, but they just don't have the means to do so. Some of you, it may be that you shut them out. So maybe speaking to two different people, as this card, there were two cards that came out, so maybe it's a little bit of you're in the space maybe of still deciding if you shut them out, or if they're maintaining their distance. It just could be that they have a lot on their plate and needing to see the situation clearly is pretty critical here with this choose wisely, because there's mixed emotions, a lot of confusion, and being torn in many different directions. So, all right, let's get into the basis of what's going on mentally, emotionally, and where things may be headed with you. So this would be your side as the Aquarius, their side as the Aries, okay? On your mind here, got the Seven of Wands. On their mind, the Ascetic, which is the Hangman, not surprising coming out here. And then on the level of your emotions here, we got the Queen of Swords. So some of you, I feel maybe you're, well, we're going to get into it. Then they have the Jinn, which is the devil, and that's clarifying what's on the level of their emotions. So and then we do have the Five of Swords here. That's coming up as far as where things are headed or the next development. So beginning on what's on the level of your emotions here. Okay, so I feel for some of you seeking clarity on your Aries, with your connection with your Aries and why you're separated here. I mean, you have the Seven of Wands, which is definitely a card of boundaries, and you setting boundaries or standing your ground. This could be a sense where if there is distance between you, you're not budging, you expect them to. And on their mind, they're on the Hangman with the Ascetic, which is they're taking their time out right now. In their mind, it's a situation that they have to really think about. And they're really meditating on it in a spiritual way, but also not making a move right now. They're also in the position of, well, if there's nothing I can do about it, I'm just going to hang here for a moment. Some of you could have left them hanging, okay? That could also be that indication of the sense of like giving an ultimatum. So I feel for some of you, this is pointing to some of you where there was an ultimatum drawn. If they're still in a committed relationship, but they were kind of stepping out and you know, being unsure about what they want, then definitely you may have gotten to the point in your mind where you're just like, you've had it, you've had enough, or you want to elevate the situation, and you're going to do so by remaining strong and standing firm on maybe promises or some even idea that they gave you that they would be ending their situation and not, you know, leaving you on the side or an option, or leaving you left out, so in the cold. But with the Hangman on their mind, they're definitely in this space of trying to gain some type of new perspective. And also, I feel that something that they've had to surrender to, and everyone's kind of surrendering to a situation where there's limitations and restrictions with travel. So if there's a distance, that's definitely a little bit of the sense of they're surrendering to the experience of not being able to make the move just yet. Okay. So there could be something here where you are definitely knowing what you want, standing for what you believe in, not settling for less in your mind, but that to them is putting them in a situation. And I'm also kind of picking up for some of you, this is a person that if you would have allowed them to, they would continue stringing you along or expecting you to adapt to their life, their wants, their needs. And so there's the sense of balance that needs to happen with the relationship, or that's kind of, again, the theme of what's going on here. Getting clarity is something that is needed. And so here that's on their mind with the Hangman here. And then on the emotional level, we have the Queen of Swords with you. So some of you may be getting a bit cold in the sense, or just again really thinking about yourself, or putting your feelings aside to think logically, not allowing yourself to be ruled by your heart, but trying to bring some intelligence to your heart space and your feelings, knowing when, again, what your limitations are, how far you're going to go, how far you're willing to compromise or allow this Aries to string you along if they have been. So I feel that this is a kind of a turning point for many of you with the situation with your Aries who you're separated with. And definitely too, there's this sense of like you're done taking any mess if this is what they've been BSing you about. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Some of you could be smartening up and really getting to a point where you're wanting to take your power back, but you may still be thinking of them as a possibility, and it's unclear with this. Choose wisely. And it's also a message for you. Maybe for some of you it is time, because here with the Jinn, we have the Devil energy. Their feelings here with their emotions with the Jinn, some of you, I'm feeling this is some anger. Some of you with them, they're feeling they feel tied to you. They feel as if as well too that you're tempting them out of their position of where they are, maybe tempting in that sense. Some of you, this is a sense of toxic feelings. Okay, this may be a person who, for some of you, you may need to hear this clarity about this being an Aries who wants you to bend to their will, and they want to control the situation, control you, and in a sense, by maybe not, but holding out on giving you what you want at the same time. So some of you, this may be sort of a message that you need to hear, that this person that you may be separated from, it may actually be to your benefit right now. Situations, if they were beyond your control and you were separated, or you're remaining separated, then I feel like this is kind of a little bit of a red flag energy for you to really see what's in their heart. And I'm not getting good energy, of course, with this Jinn card, because it's a sense of they want the power. They want to control you, manipulate you emotionally to bend to their will, or continue to get what they want from you without returning the sentiment to you as far as what you need, what you need for your life, what you need for your clarity, what you need for your mind here. So I feel like in your mind, some of you, you're in a good position to stand your ground. Okay, and this could just even be confirmation for some of you. And then with an ending with this Five of Swords energy of this is where it's headed, this is what's next here. I'm feeling that this is a little bit more of there being some this is going to be a situation where one of you, I feel it should be you, to maybe cut this person out of your equation, as far as, and if you are feeling like you are an option, they're making you feel like they've left you as an option and left you hanging in that sense, because that's what's on their mind too. They're just, I mean, this is a choice. If they wanted to make the effort towards you, I feel like it would have already been done. And part of them even being in this space of having a change of perspective or really needing more time to think is just maybe an indication of, as well too, how they can maintain some type of power over you or win the battle. This, I feel it's almost this is power struggle energy, strong power struggle energy I'm getting for some of you who are separated from your Aries, still thinking about them, or they still maybe communicate with you but don't follow through, or are maybe saying there's nothing that really they can do right now. It's because that, you know, they're being pulled into two different directions, or many different directions themselves. And for some of it could be two different directions. So with this Five of Swords energy, I do feel like a harsh conversation is coming. This may be somewhat of a separation that creates a bit of bitter feelings, as far as maybe you needing some time to get over what you experienced with this Aries, or you just really cutting them off for good, because, you know, we have the Queen of Swords in the heart for you. So this is definitely, you have it in your heart to do what's best for you, and guarding and protecting your feelings is important here. I feel, and you're in the right place here with the Seven of Wands energy as it comes to this Aries, because and I feel for some of you, they're just this Hangman energy. They're really, some of them, you know, they may be putting themselves in a situation that they're stuck. Some of them really may be, again, for financial reasons, relationship or prior commitment reasons. And so with this, I feel it's you know, what you're getting with this Aries is not so much, you know, it's about taking off any rose-colored glasses that you may have had in the beginning, because the way the situation has changed for you with the truth, I feel like your heart is speaking the truth. If you feel hurt, you feel pain, you feel neglected, you know, trust that instinct, because I feel like what is up ahead anyway is this feeling of defeat and a little bit of conflict. Someone, again, being manipulative, and I feel it coming from the Aries energy because of this Jinn card represented in their emotional life. Okay, so I'm going to pull one Wild Offerings Oracle card for a message for what it is that you need to release, and so somewhat of a prayer here. Okay, clarity. Let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. I think that's very fitting for this reading. Clarity is definitely something you're needed. This, you know, I wouldn't trust anything that this Aries person is telling you, because their intentions seem to be to manipulate, to draw the situation, and win petty arguments, win some type of power over you, but not in a way that is healthy. So that is the reading I have for those of you seeking clarity on what's in this clarity card. So I feel like for some of you, this is your message. If you've already been feeling that, I hope it's confirmation for those of you who do need to let go and release, and see this separation as your blessing in disguise. Thank you for watching. Take care.